I do see a bunny on thermal.
Vengabus is coming.
My god, the times that a bunny just popped out of behind the hill and I thought there was somebody while looking on thermal.
Alright, pushing away point 2. Then we set up the hasty ambush. Are you guys out? If you're in the air guard seat, please pop your head up because I put attention to the detail with actually having the convoy here that we destroyed.
Oh,
Wow.
Can't see it.
Sorry, would you say the air guard?
If you're in the air guard, you can pop your heads out and the convoy is still here. Not so burning, but wrecked.
Why did we stop?
Mate?
Hey, Hunter.
I forgot to do something. It's all good.
Oh. Wait, something exploded.
All good.
Atlas just overtook us, and now Atlas is like driving. Oh,
That's what
yes.
Oh.
Apologies, Vic
Something
2,
is-
Vic 1 retaking lead.
Yeah. This is where the ambush was.
Yeah.
Something's done.
It's still cooking off a whole week later.
I'm gonna
Wow.
I'm
What did
spit
they
on the
have on
BMP
board?
that I destroyed.
I meant to destroy
Yeah,
it. when
he's
I
there.
spawned in. But anyway, it doesn't
That's
matter.
an oil fire.
It's a secondary fire that's happened a week later, like a bit of oil dropped onto something and reignited.
Ah, yeah, the sun lit it.
It's like a Tesla, it just catches fire right away.
They
I
have.
love it. Vic 2, this is
That actually
Vic 1. We're
happens.
having a short
We've
hole
towed
at waypoint
Teslas
4
before,
for the
and they
drones
catch
to be,
fire like a
deployed
week
over.
later.
Just do herringbone left and right. I'll be going left over.
Why is there a ramp?
Stand by, stand by.
Because I wanted to see the
Alright.
Rex.
There, but
Alright.
yeah, we buffed the Rex already.
Yeah, I didn't see
Alright.
him.
Lovely.
Really?
Dismount front.
I'm not in the air
dismount
guard,
front.
so.
Everybody, just for the drone. Or
I want Rodel to be as safe as possible whilst he puts that drone up.
oh, okay.
I want him to feel like he's so guarded that he's, you know, could do anything in life. And it's up already. Okay.
It's done. Let's go.
Alright. Fast remount, fast remount. Mount up. Alpha Bravo, sound off and fully mounted. Okay. Alright, cool. So guys, once we get to
Boy.
the OP position and the dismount position, we're going to do light and noise discipline. We're not necessarily have to worry about the light because it's midday, but we'll worry about the noise discipline. We're going to be within 300 meters of the enemy. We're going to look to try and get Durgan as best we can and then get eyes on. Let me just see where Cara is if she's in game.
Seconda posizione.
What is this? Barony's armor or what?
I think it's the guy that it's the bugged one, the bugged guys that is just making me
Right.
making the vanilla calls out.
Vic 2, Vic 1, rolling back up, over.
So
Hey, we're
this
running.
is Italian?
Yeah.
How badass do I look right now?
Alright, what do you see on the drone? Rodel, start marking it up, mate.
Just getting some altitude
Go for it.
and some view distance.
Does help.
Where are we going? We are going south.
Dad, our drone operator's drunk.
Hey, it could be worse. You could have a drunk driver.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Geki.
Ooh, I see something. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12.
MBTs?
Infantries.
Why is there a tree in the middle of the road? Oh, wow. Vic 2, Vic 1, tree in the middle of the road.
There's one BTR. Can't tell type.
Abate, that's Vietnamese
Yep.
camouflage.
80.
Yeah, it is. Stay perfectly still. There's another one there. What the hell?
I think the Finnish are lazy with cutting trees.
Got a hostile rabbit, right?
Vic 2, Vic 1, passing waypoint 5, we'll be dismounting at the dismount mark, over.
So, squad, fire team. Oh. Squad, fire team. Single infantry, fire team. So there are 2 squads and 1 guy, I can see it right now.
Lima Charlie, Viking 5. Alright guys, stand by.
Stand by.
Stand by.
Stand by.
Stand by.
Alright, gents, dismount rear, dismount rear.
Dismount rear.
Dismount. Alpha right side.
Skippy
Just
bap bap
keep straight up, just gonna sort a few bits out.
You want us to move up to OP?
Wait one moment, just gonna get a car here so that we have everyone with us.
So that we have car in the car.
There we go. There we go. Alright.
Report position.
Okay. Cool beats. Okay guys, let's begin pushing to our OP position. Make sure you stay shielded on the eastern side of the MSR. And let's push to OP1 and get eyes on the enemy. Alpha, take us out. Bravo, falling behind. Listen to your FTLs for formation orders. Atlas, if you want to fall in behind us and just
Get out of
support
the
us as we
radio.
push through. Yeah, it's all good. They're over there. Shout.
Bravo, wedge, have you left?
5 something.
5
Okay, Alpha, let's start moving out. We're gonna go
Okay,
wedge
otherwise,
heavy right.
On you.
I'm going to stick with you, Rodals, just so you can give me some sort of spot rep from what you saw.
Alright, so we got a, I wasn't able to mark it.
Atlas, Viking 1, we're going to be pushing.
Bravo, hold for now.
Position now.
Left
Feel free
side,
to fall in
the other
behind us,
side.
about 50
We're
meters.
moving in behind Alpha.
And you're right behind me.
Okay.
Good shit, mate.
Yeah, wedge heavy right means that we're gonna have the AR staying on the right side alone, and all the others form like.
Right, guys,
on
remember
the
noise discipline,
left
noise
side.
discipline.
Bate, I'm gonna rename the vehicle so I can bring it up later.
Awaiting order.
Alright, about it, this is what I got.
Just follow like more to the left of Campbell. Okay.
Alpha moving out.
Give it to me, Rodal.
About it? Yeah, this is what I got, right? Got a checkpoint moving in on the main MSR.
Bravo moving, wedge have you left.
I'll delay that moment. Just moving with the...
Alright, mate. Just start marking that map as best you can.
yeah, I can mark it, I will run. There's a checkpoint. There's some fortified positions, standby.
Hunter,
There's a squad
We're moving.
on the short south flank by the crypto complex.
Report position.
Correction fire team.
Yep.
There's a squad in the center, 2 Euros in the back. And
double tap Charlie. So you get a slug, jog.
Again?
Double tap Charlie so you're on slow jog, you preserve stamina.
I see.
Alright, Bravo, begin shifting to Alpha's pos. Let's get set up the OPC position. OPC position, do not give away your pos until we are ready to engage, over.
Waiting.
Alpha is doing a short hold to see houses towards the south.
Hold here.
Might be it. So let's keep moving. Okay. Yeah, keep moving Alpha.
Actual Alpha is back on the move.
The objective is report position.
Okay, let's move again. Behind Alpha. Have you left?
Yeah, no, but
Bravo moving behind Alpha.
move away and then stick on the hill. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Okay, One guy
Hold.
point out to the right, one guy pointing out to the left. Campbell, can you get the other side? Okay, car, now we cross.
I got the rear.
Okay, car, check the other side of the road.
Alpha Bravo, begin picking your targets and move into OP1 and get you set up and dug in.
Got it.
Okay,
Crossing.
keep it.
Sorry, the actual Alpha is moving to OP1.
Okay, Bravo, move.
The Italian guy that's stuck in our squad. Posizione.
I got left.
Getting
Right.
right.
Wait, crossing. Alright, set left. Alright, cross guys.
Crossing.
Moving.
Okay, I'll wait for you. Alright guys, we are going to be a bit pushed for time, so we probably will overrun a little bit. If you do need to shoot off, you can do. But it'd be brilliant if you could stay with us, because we've got a real good defence set up for the next stage, and we'll be going through a few bits and having some fun in the process, so please do stick around if you can. Oh, you hero, mate, that's brilliant. Atlas member, staying to the end, that's awesome.
Crossing behind you.
I love it. Alright, Atlas, looks to set up on the northwestern side of OP1. Bravo, I want you on the southwestern side over.
What's your position? Grid 0, 0, 0,
Across.
0, 0, 0. Ready for order.
Right, guys, switch to lowered volume, noise discipline from here on out.
Actual Alpha is OP1.
Keep moving south of the OP.
Keep moving south. Okay.
AFM Alpha, actual on his way to you. Bravo, look to dig in on the southwestern side of OP1, but look to still get your eyes on the main town of Ajala.
Good eyes from here.
No.
Push up on the ridge on the west.
Yeah, you on the west? Alright.
Yeah. Hunter? Okay.
Going low.
What's your position?
Eyes on.
Yeah, eyes on. Bravo in position.
Where?
Alright, Alpha
Uh,
Bravo,
I
actual,
got
begin pushing west slightly, crest the hill, stay as hidden as you can. Look to get yourself in positions where you can target the enemy and engage effectively.
Do we have any AT?
I got one low on me.
I
Alright.
have a 84.
Fox, go ahead and ask Alpha if they have eyes on the BTR.
Alpha, you got eyes on the BTR?
Sorry, say again, Bravo.
Does Alpha have eyes on the BTR? Hello?
Go ahead and bring the
No reply.
striker first,
Report
and then bring
position.
medical vehicle. We're going to stow the striker away, and then the medical vehicle will set up a minor CCP at your discretion. Over. Alpha, this is actual. Bravo's got sighting on 1x BTR, left side of brick building. Look to get Campbell to set
Step
up
on
on
the
it. We will
checkpoint.
engage the enemy at the Moors fire. Over.
Copy that, actual. We have eyes on the BTR. By the way, he's on the right side of checkpoint. He's the same.
Good stuff. Alright, yeah. Look to line it up.
Right,
Let us know when you're
Hunter,
set, and then we'll start engaging the enemy once your Moors
you
is
see
fired.
the
Over.
vehicle that's
Copy that.
just west here,
Have you got
kind of behind a tree.
good eyes on it?
Negative.
What's that thing gets blown up, they'll soon start
Like
knowing about it.
down your barrel. You see the.
See about 8 infantry.
Do you see the stop?
Alpha
Yes.
Bravo,
Yeah.
once we're waiting on the
Yeah,
mortars to be
that's
set
the
and
last.
prepared, look to pick your targets, know who you're engaging.
then
Once
push
that
it,
rocket
right?
goes off, we will be hitting them and suppressing fire.
Wait a sec. Yeah, I see the sandbags.
Actual
Range is about 250.
Yeah.
There's a vehicle.
Bravo, you set over?
Like, right
Negative.
next to it.
Negative.
You guys set?
Alright. Yeah, we're set. We're set.
Range is about 250. Bravo is set.
It's 250, 260.
Copy that. Alright, commence attack. Rocket, rocket, rocket. Stand by. Engage, suppressing fire, suppressing fire.
Action, Sierra's rolling tide now to get into a striking fire position. Report position.
Right side of the
Big
brick
target.
building, two guys.
Yeah, bearing 280, 285.
Alpha, maintain a base of fire. Bravo, I want you double timing west. Shift to checkpoint position, over.
Bravo copies, moving to checkpoint. Let's go.
Bravo, actual be advised, we have Sierra assisting. They popped smoke, looked to fall in behind under.
Shift right.
Drift right.
Bravo, actual, secure checkpoint. When checkpoint is secure, I'll have Alpha move to your pause, over.
After shift right a bit, we're moving west-northwest.
Incoming machine gun fire.
Apologies, Sierra, friendly fire.
Oh god, horrid stamina. Actual Bravo has reached checkpoint.
Nice and Euro.
Cover that, Bravo. Hold pause, security. Alpha moving to your position now.
Gonna check the UAV.
Good.
Ah, there's a Euro.
That's a
Yeah,
gas.
nice and Euro.
Northwest.
Yeah, northwest is Euro 2 times.
Eyes on.
There's past the Euro, there's a house.
Mm.
Past that house, there are 2 infantry behind sandbags,
Mm.
and that is all infantry that's left in this. Apart if there's
Sierra, be
anything in
advised.
buildings.
2 more infantry to the northwest behind the buildings.
Yeah. That's it.
Alpha, when you hold a position at the checkpoint, Bravo, when you're pushing up on the right side of the road, use the wooden buildings on the right to push up to the barn building, over.
Bravo copies, Bravo moving.
And you.
Go ahead, checking anti-air for
I'm on
a
point.
moment.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm stuck in the train. Oh. I faced you. Nice.
1 infantry at top of the road, front of the Urals.
It's down.
Passing behind Sierra.
Alright, maintain your push, Bravo. Alpha, maintain a base of fire. Alright, Sierra, hold position. I'm gonna have friendly infantry move past you and support you over. Alright, Bravo, keep pushing the right side. Alpha, when you're moving up on the left side, begin pushing to the red brick building.
Hunter not with you?
And you, Fox? No, I think he's at the back. We've scratched 2 more infantry, so if there's any more, they should be in the buildings. I want
Go all
to
the
check
way
that
around.
sandbag.
That's-
Yeah. All the way around. Clear this?
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, that's a fail. Clear. Here are the sandbags
right.
up ahead. Yeah, copy. Clear front.
Right behind you.
Pushing across the sandbags. Yeah, we're clear.
Pushing south.
South. Clearing building. Right.
Guys, give me an ace. Give me an ace when appropriate.
Need to find a hunter. And you?
Actual Alpha with ace. Shifting south to the metal warehouse building. God, I can't talk.
Stairs.
I think I ate too much.
Yep.
All clear.
Building clear.
Report position.
That's on hunter. Alright, and green, I could use a stitch.
You?
Oh, someone sees me? Oh no, this is hunter.
Patch up.
There we go.
Actual
need a
Bravo
stitch.
ace.
10 days, Bravo.
I'm yellow.
2 times green, 1 times yellow.
Copy that. Well, let's consolidate on this warehouse building and then we'll get patched up and we'll go through the next brief. Alpha, send it when you're ready, over.
Okay, let's just south.
Actual Alpha, we 3 times green, 1 time yellow. Need minor treatment.
Want some morphine?
No more. I just need a stitch.
South, southeast.
Alpha Bravo, push past the warehouse building. You'll see a yellow timber building and we'll consolidate in this courtyard next to the washing line. Over.
Hey Mako, there's another one here for you.
Just a quick stitch, maybe 500 milliliters.
What the fuck? The tent just spawned and I was trapped inside.
No. Alright, we'll do it next to CCP.
Guys, consolidate next to the tent and then we'll go have a little chat through there.
I know, mate. Sorry. A lot of walking around in here, there, and everywhere.
Wow,
Cool.
the bananas are so heavy.
Alright, if you need medical attention, guys, go and shift into the tent. This is not what we would do, is have a brief next to your CCP, but we're going to do it anyway, just so everyone can hear. Basically, don't do this.
Yeah, Atlas is usually going to be pissed if you start
Yeah.
talking around the CCP.
If anyone was there for not the last FTX, but the FTX before it, when Blackburn was shouting at people for jumping on the fuel ladder, highlight of my life. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I've never seen a man swear so much.
Yeah, Blackburn, let's just say he's a very fisherman, alright? If there is anybody needing medical, just stay right in front of the tent if you cannot get in.
Apologies, Bondo, mate. I'm going to just have a little chat as well, so I apologise if I'm talking too loudly. I just want to get through the next bit, because obviously we're coming up on the cusp. So, alright guys, so that was what I would call a hasty attack. Anything we look to defend, we more often than not have to take it first. More often than not as well, it's not just us. We'll be obviously pushing through with lots of other squads, so in that sense we'd look to have sort of attack lanes or gun lanes, or gun lanes as they're called, and then we look to push through and then consolidate on an LOA. So if you guys go ahead and check the map, we've gone ahead and successfully taken the town of Ajala. It was sort of a minor kind of garrison force. It looks like most of the insurgent forces were mostly staged to the south. Obviously that's been reported in, so we're going to look to set to stage against a QRF that's inbound. We're going to be looking to attack from both from the west, the south and the east. So little question time for you. In a position like this where we've got sort of spread out buildings, a light urban environment, we've got some built up tree areas, we've got some ASRs, we've got sort of a bit of a mixture of terrain with kind of dips here and there, nothing too elevated. What I want to do, guys, is I'm going to look to split you guys off into your...
You got out.
Broke.
You cut out. You're not talking about it.
Am I not talking? How about now?
No, you're not.
You are talking now.
Cool. How about now? Yeah? Good?
Yeah.
Cool. Apologies. I love Zeus going in and out of it. Always fudges the game up. So we're just going to call that drone back in. So what I'm going to look to do, guys, is we've got forces coming in from the... just have a look at the map, guys. Check the map. We've got those arrows there. That's basically the direction the enemy's going to be coming in most likely. So we're going to look to probably stage in the southern portion of Jala, probably around about here. Whenever we do kind of look to defend positions, guys, there's kind of two formations, depending on numbers, or I say formations, two positions that we mainly mostly look at, depending on how many squads we have with us. If anyone was here for the patrol base SP a long time ago, we looked at doing a triangular shaped defense. What are the benefits of a triangular base defense?
You need less people, but you got a bigger field of view you got to cover.
Exactly that. So which direction, if you're sort of here, you can kind of look to cover almost 3 directions rather than 2. And obviously it all depends on numbers, but comparing that to a square, obviously you then see what I mean, you're only covering 2 positions. Everyone see that on the map?
We can see that.
Yeah?
Hmm.
So that kind of makes sense. I would go more in depth, guys, but more often than not, the defenses that we do aren't necessarily that in depth. It's more kind of get in a good position and look to get eyes on the enemy. The whole idea and principle of this evening is to make sure that you guys pick the best position possible that's available to you, or dig in on a position that's the most suitable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Roger that.
Cool. Okay, guys. So we're going to pull you off into buddy teams. What I want you to do, and obviously got to look to defend to these, as I said, these directions. I want you to go ahead and shift off on your buddy teams, and I want you to look to dig in or find a position that's most suitable for you. So if you are an AR, obviously pick a position that's the most suitable for an AR. If you are AT, look to pick a position that works best for you. So obviously it's going to be looking at back blast, most likely not indoors. And CLS, you're going to probably look to be on a rapid, in a position you can respond quite quickly. Does that make sense? And that's basically the standard kind of approach that we take to any kind of defense that we come across. More often than not, we'll be doing it with other squads or, other assets. So what I'll do then, guys, is you want to go ahead and get dug in. I'm going to look to prepare accordingly. So go ahead and pick your positions and we'll go through it all. Yes, Mako.
Fox, what about that bunker?
Really?
In the west.
It's a tricky one.
This one.
Everybody's just going on his own.
They're going on their own, they should be buddying up.
Doesn't look too bad, right?
Yeah, you got a big field of view. Go ahead,
Oh,
take it.
there's no medical kit. No, there is. I saw that. I swear there's medical kit.
This should work. I mean, I don't see too much to the south, but
South is covered by the Sierra.
alright.
So you got
But
eyes west and north.
my field of fire to the west and southwest is very good.
Gonna set up a trench facing west, northwest.
5, we secured the town of Ashara.
I have an 84 on my back if we may need one.
Alice has begun digging us fortification positions that we're going to look to take and hold and defend from. I'm going to look to start getting the buddy teams to basically pick their own positions and then look to see what works best and why they're good positions.
Barty, can we have ammo? So I pulled fires there last before.
Okay, sure thing. I'll get some resupply on you.
Thank you.
Right, so Okay, cool. So Fox and Hunter, you're going to be in this bad boy. You've got a nice field of fire. You've got lots of open terrain. And you're going to probably look to engage them before they get across this ditch you see below you here, yeah?
Campbell, my
So,
opinion, we
Hunter,
have
mate,
already
I know I'm
few
preaching to the
guys
choir,
going this
but on the
direction.
map, just mark where that
We don't
ditch
have
is for me,
anybody
just so you can
looking to the
understand where it is
east.
on the map.
Would
I know you already
like
know.
look to the east? Priority, so we need to find you in a position that where you can
Buddy,
sweep around
Yes,
very
Rodel.
fast. But
can I get a quick zoom on the drone?
Yeah, sure thing, mate.
I marked
I'm
it.
pretty sure I ruined the propellers.
Yeah, ditch.
So,
ditch it.
maybe
Actually, mate,
go,
it's slightly further east.
there with
It's,
Disciple, so if needed from there you should be able to
Yeah,
just
okay.
come here very
but I like
fast.
ditchy ditch. I
Let's see
prefer
what
that.
it.
But yeah, so just don't make sure they get into that. If they get into that defilade, they are in within RPG fire, and it's a lovely defensible position for them. So your job with that AR, mate, is to stop them from getting there.
Absolutely. We'll kill him.
Yeah, I bet you will. Good man. All right, there you go. Drone is fully healed. Cool. Alright, guys, we're looking at like another couple minutes of prep time.
Hey Bate, can I set up mines?
Of course you can, mate. Of course you can.
Guys, also, if you've got any mines or any other assets, do look to begin deploying them.
Fox?
Yeah.
I'll go 4P on mic.
Report position.
Yellow building, north.
The amount of times I've fired that thing, mate, and I get hit to shit, mate. You know, it's a horrible one, but obviously we'll save some stuff.
Copy. I'm gonna try to hide and just stand up spot prep.
Perfect, mate.
One thing to keep in mind, guys, remember buddy teams. You want to operate in buddy teams. It's often positive So Hunter, let's talk about your position here, right? You got excellent observations and field of fire, right?
Report position.
Get shot at. There. Hunter. Who hears me?
I hear you. Hunter's AFK for a whiz.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
Yeah, so Hunter, let's talk about your fields of fire, right?
Fox.
Who's your battle number one, who's your battle buddy right now?
Oh, wait,
I'm gonna
sorry.
hit up that building to north.
I just
red
came
one?
back from the toilet.
The red one?
It's all good.
Okay,
No.
so my blanket is
Hang
prepared
on, I
now.
can't hear you over Hunter.
So
Field of fire from southwest
I think that's gonna be too
to
far, though.
northwest.
okay, who's your
Alright,
battle buddy?
right.
I don't know.
You don't know who your
Fox.
battle buddy
Yeah.
is, so
I think
Get
it's
that-
Fox.
You'll be
get that figured out
his
on the
battle
radio
buddy.
on who our battle buddy is.
I'll be what?
'Cause he's gonna be in charge of watching you, and you're in charge of watching him, right? Especially in a defensive position, right, like this. There are so many areas you can get shot from, even all the way back here to the northwest, right?
Mm. Right.
We want to make sure our battle buddies watching the areas we can't watch, and we want to be wary of where we can get shot at. The best formula that you can craft is the only places you can get shot at from are the same amount of places you can shoot to. You can only kind of shoot in one direction, right?
Mm.
So we want to kind of want to limit where our field of fire is directly in the same way that we can limit the places we get shot at from. So we need to make sure we're in good positions where if I break down from this position because I'm taking too much fire, I'm not going to get shot on my retreat. That's the other thing we want to be careful of, right?
Ah, right.
Yep. So here's a good position, but I'd recommend staying more in the corners of the bunker. So I stay in this corner of the bunker here where I'm at now. I'm a little less exposed to everything to my left here. Sure, I can't see over there, but now I have great fields of fire to this direction. And when the enemy advances on my position, they're going to walk into that enfilade fire that I have, right? Same thing works on the other corner here.
Makes sense.
So yeah, if Fox is your battle buddy, Fox needs to be aware of what you can see, and you need to be aware what he can see, so that you guys are always covering each other without having to look at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's going to have to be a conversation between you and your battle buddy. It's very crucial. Very crucial in defensive stuff. Because number one thing that happens is somebody gets hit and nobody's paying attention to who it was that got hit, and they're unconscious and bleeding out.
Yeah.
Because their battle buddy is not
Just
being
saying if we can't
accountable
get-
for him,
if we
right?
can't
So we
get
want to be
to
careful of
here,
that.
Mhm.
We're under heavy
Yep.
fire or something like that. Is it best to wait for the fire to dull down before we call you guys in? Or?
Fox?
Yeah.
I will concentrate my fire to the west and northwest because my field of fire to the southwest is kind of limited.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Southwest will be covered by Sierra primarily.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back. Gonna check up on Rodol.
Alright.
Well, if we use our maps here, right? So what position are we?
Okay, mate. I like that. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so we'll gauge by how much contact we've got going on.
Rodol?
What's happening, so.
Report position.
Where are you at?
I'm just hiding behind the
Okay.
sandbags here.
You sure you don't want to get closer?
I'm just trying to get my drone to work.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd say try and get closer, so.
Exactly that. That's what we've got going on. Okay, cool. Right, I'm okay. Down with the yeah. All right. Cool.
Alright, Alpha Bravo, let's begin engaging the enemy when you're in discretion. Keep sending them spot reps in, stay with your buddy team. Also look to mark the map with your position so Atlas can do quick response.
Ronnie, do you want to come out to the Hest goes out here, or stay where you're at?
Negative. Well, we are reaching. We are having like squad approaching from the east.
Alright, Campbell on me, mate. We're gonna
Got
Alright
no
guys,
eyes.
if you begin to get overwhelmed or you feel like you're getting
Negative.
overwhelmed, we have a quick, we have myself and Campbell will be the quick response team looking to plug in the gaps.
Here, Black Hot ammo.
They're RPGing us.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing him.
Sierra,
think-
thermal contact west, about 200 out.
I see
Alright,
nothing.
I'm going to put the Sierra into play, I'm going to look to rearm it and then I'm going to look to make it a lot harder guys. There'll be a
Eyes
lot
on,
more
eyes on,
infantry
eyes on,
down
straight west. In the foliage.
I'm not sure Sierra's playing.
No.
anymore, but you can hit
No
it.
eyes.
Sierra's still active. Just,
I see the white roof.
Taking contact west, RPGs.
They're heading from left or right, straight west. In those trees.
No eyes. There are many trees. I have you see the white building, the white roof?
Yeah.
Well, they're related from that. Alright.
They are going out to the east.
Good.
I got one guy behind the tree.
Behind the tree, the big one, close one. Scanning.
You'll likely not see him.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Brony, actually, I'm going to send Campbell up to support you in this time.
Nice.
Behind the rock on top of the.
Coming out, more infantry
Small hill.
approaching from the
Yeah.
east.
Oh shit.
Go ahead and take the bunker on your right side.
Alright guys, since we've got infantry moving in from the east, south, and
Right.
west, keep sending them spot reps in.
Yellow.
If
Reloading.
Contact southeast on the hill.
go ahead and patch up.
Guys,
Yeah.
we're taking grenade
Flying
fire.
panic
Stay in
fist.
good cover. Stay in good cover. Stay with your buddy, over.
Bunker is suppressed.
Okay.
We're looking over here, Hunter, mate. You engage much. Wow.
Got a lot coming in, but not a lot of sight.
Think they're close, 150 meters, straight west.
Flash, 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 flash. BTR, south, ASR, within 100 meters, prep 80.
Come my way.
Rodal, you good?
I'm starting to get red.
Here, Campbell, watch for dismounts.
A splinter.
Baroni, I got hit. I'm falling back to car.
Yeah, I need.
Wait there, Campbell. You'll still got more enemy infantry approaching from the east. Sierra displacing. Sierra, pull back to CCP. Maintain second wall of defense. Over. This is Barona advised, but we might have more enemies approaching from the south.
Bravo, one time yellow.
Yeah, I'm going back to CCP.
Yep, go ahead.
Fox, how are you?
I'm green.
I'm yellow.
Right side of the shack. West.
No eyes.
Got him.
Good. Left shack. Got him.
Scanning.
Scanning. Somewhere left. Maybe on the hill, on the ridge line. Left of the shed.
Got no thermals. One guy. The west, northwest.
No eyes.
It's heading right.
What's your position?
Good shot, good shot. He's down.
Was it me?
Yep, I think it was.
Alright, Alpha, Bravo, Sierra, give me a lace, and then we'll look to consolidate in the
You still yellow?
courtyard. Seems like the enemy is retreating at this time, suspecting another attack in a few hours. Let's look to regroup.
How are you holding up on ammo?
Now, guys.
I'm good.
How many mags? How many boxes do you have left?
Let me check.
Sierra lace report as follows. Black on countermeasures.
5 200 rounds.
I'm green trucks. Going back in the
Okay,
bunker.
5 boxes.
Good stuff,
Copy
Sierra.
that.
Keep up the good work.
Go ahead and
We'll
remove the
utilize you
split.
in the next phase when the enemy looks to re-attack. Alpha Bravo, so when appropriate.
Rodal,
Again?
how's your ammo?
Amber ammo 556.
If How many mags do you have left?
4.
Fox?
Yeah.
What is the shed for you? Is it in the west or in the
A
northwest?
small one on the northwest, sorry.
Ah. Okay, because I was referring to
Yeah.
the small shed in front of the white roof.
Yeah, I noticed. Sorry about that. That's
Okay.
my-
We should, yeah, give names to help targets, you know.
Actual Bravo, Ace.
Thunder Bravo.
But-
Health 1 yellow, red 556.
Alright, Bravo. Look to collapse on Atlas's position. We got a resupply crate and let's get into medical.
Alpha, send it.
Go ahead.
But other than that, it was a good communication. So I need some medical.
Yep, go ahead. Go
Mhm.
to CCP.
Yellow on injuries.
Yep.
On ammos, we are like yellow moving towards the quite red almost on the.
Hey, dog.
So we are red.
5-1.
Dual purpose?
Okay, mate, we'll look to
I'm kinda.
Green on
hurt.
the
5.
maybe
I've got mostly
What are you talking
yellow.
about?
I got yellow.
Dual purpose?
Is there 5.56 dual purpose mag in here?
5.56 dual purpose, what?
I don't know.
Roger. Sierra crew will have logistics off your Sierra.
Oh, I
and
forgot.
necessary, break. If Sierra logistics is empty, go ahead and resupply from Atlas.
Fantastic, +5. Will do. Out.
Alright, Alpha Bravo, let's just fall back to Atlas's position, get yourself patched up if need be. Prep for night attack, grab nods, over.
I don't know if I've got any. Oh, I do.
I'm
They're
clean
terrible.
on nods.
Always got them with me.
Sorry. Why are we passing through a corridor through to an open
Awesome,
space?
thanks.
Alright, Baroni, while you're loading up, just stay in a good position.
Okay,
I'm good.
just move
Yep,
like
go ahead and take position again.
no.
Alpha Bravo, sound off when night
There it
vision
is.
equipment attained.
Mako, can you
Copy.
check the vitals for me on the Baroni?
Quick technical
Hit me.
info. When you steal the drone,
heart rate
it
stable,
was no longer able to
easy,
achieve
blood pressure's
new
107
commands,
over
so it
72,
always
500.
adjusted to a 20 meter
go
height,
ahead.
so it got shut down.
Oh, right, okay. That's a
Sample
pain
has
in the
mild pain. I'm
Yeah, you
just
have to
waiting to
right
see.
click.
if-
Yeah, right click and then vehicle logistics, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And then repair or whatever.
I'll do it that way, actually, through enhanced. Okay. Okay, cool.
Alright guys, once you've got your nods sorted, retake your previous positions, get a couple of hours rest, enemy will be able to hold.
Fuck!
Oh no.
Oh, that was Fox. I'm coming, Fox!
God's sake.
You got blown by your own minds.
Yeah, I thought the Apers was farther away. I messed up.
Oh, mate, as much as I'd like you to, annoyingly... Oh, no, it would be... Trust me, mate, it would be life a lot easier if you could use it, but more often than not, we don't have access to it, annoyingly. Cool.
Alright, Alpha Bravo, if you've got your night vision equipment, look to retake your old positions. Look to a couple of hours of rest. Looks like the enemy will be pushing through. Suspected enemy attack, looking like in the early hours of the morning. So let's look to prep accordingly.
Hey, Baron.
Yeah?
Now at least we know it's effective.
Okay, so.
God's sake.
What happens? Do you walk over?
I thought the Apers actually flew further away from the machine, but apparently they don't fly that far away.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I found mine.
You found it.
But now I know they're effective.
Good pull.
Oh, brilliant.
I approved that. Every time we took out the javelin, I will look it.
Cool. Alright, guys, let's get back into position.
Okay, once you're ready, go back
Is this a used AT?
No,
Okay.
it's even the high power
Then if I
or
can...
high penetration.
Nice.
I said Atlas.
Remember, don't use the HEDP. That's the one.
Copy that, Atlas.
got
look
heat.
To,
Yep.
get some
Heat
rest
and
in, almost
HP is
certainly
good.
starts attacking. Then we'll look to get those over. I believe we don't need no packs at this time. Over.
Still got RPGs as well, so if need be.
Did you? You want to grab the 240 Bravo? That's fine, mate. I mean, for an FOB defense, then we're actually stationed in. We would more likely have access to them. So,
Excuse me?
240 Bravos. Should be in their car. If you go into the night vision tab on the left-hand side, you should be able to see them in our. Oh, you can't. Can you still not ace interact?
What she need?
NVGs.
I'll drop them.
She can grab
Thank
mine. She can hold up. She...
5-1 car. 5-1.
They're on the ground here.
Alright. I was gonna give mine because I'm on this.
I think it's still your Windows key that's locked by your
What's your position?
Yeah, we're
keyboard.
doing FAB defense because we're actually in and stationed. What's it? Yeah, mate, it's fine.
Are you in Zeus? Can you just delete that NPC?
I can't, annoyingly, because I can't see him. I don't think.
He doesn't show up in the list on the left.
No,
Yeah,
he doesn't.
he's crying
Oh.
out his grid. It's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
I think I got rid of him.
There we go, sweet.
Yeah.
Is that gone? Okay, that was
Yeah.
him.
He's
Alright.
Now
Alright,
we're
guys,
gonna
grab
run-
position. Stand up for 0, 2, 3, 0.
I'm hiding in the bunker. Just hiding in the bunker. What a glorious day to hide in a bunker.
It begins with an S. That's the one.
Radio check?
Charlie. Good, all gone.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Like that? Yeah,
it's like
That's
not
funny,
dark.
Give me a sec, because it's the friggin' middle of May. There you go.
Oh, shit!
Sorry guys, there was just the flash of the moonlight and it's just been blocked now, so... Alright.
Alpha Bravo, call set when in position.
Hunter's still re-equipping.
Remember guys, continue sticking
Right.
with your buddies,
So,
helping each
I
other out, get them
accidentally
spot reps sent in.
Picked the wrong.
I'm here.
Laser IRs are clear for use, and then look to keep those spot reps coming in guys.
Fox.
Yeah.
Can you zip tie me and lead me to the box?
What?
Apparently, I've lost my night vision.
Hold up.
Uh,
Who needs a night vision? Rodo?
yeah, Rodo.
Right.
Alpha Bravo, call set.
I
Grab
almost
out
have
of
it.
that backpack.
Yeah, he's on the arsenal.
I got it.
You good, Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be surprised by the gun sound.
240 Bravo.
No,
The bus saw.
absolutely.
Nice.
My good old friend.
Viking 1, this is Viking 5.
Starting to see things, but I think it's no enemy.
And please ensure he's using the correct
What?
You know, night vision
Yeah.
makes you see things which don't exist.
But apparently I can't see anything on my thermals.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. As much as I'd love you to be able to do the MG42, and I know they do in the German forces, sadly it's not an approved piece of equipment, so if you wouldn't mind just changing that out for an M249, I apologise deeply.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay, then just the saw, not the buzz saw. The enemy has such good cover in the west. So hard to engage them.
Well, generally they have much cover, much camouflage, but not a lot of cover.
Yeah, concealment.
Radio check.
Didn't hear anything.
I heard you.
Have you retaken a loadout? Hunter?
Last vehicle coming down main MSR.
Vehicle main MSR.
Yeah, I have, and I got the idea and corrected that thing.
But last prep 18 engaged.
Okay.
Here, contact BTR.
Pick up our last 5. We're engaged. Okay, guys, dismounts, engaged. Light it up, suppressing fire.
Euro southwest.
Euro incoming southwest.
Guys, engaged. West team, engage at discretion. East team, with you guys over.
Another Euro to the left of it.
One dismount. Another Euro southwest. Okay, no dismounts.
Rodal, you good?
Great.
I still have one enemy near the intact truck.
You good,
on dismount.
Hunter?
Yeah, yeah.
Ow.
Ow. Yellow.
Scratch on.
You're taking RPG fire displacement.
That's it.
I'm patching up.
Flying tourniquet.
One guy in the open right side of the fire. He's down.
Infantry contact southwest, just right side of the road.
No eyes. Got him.
That was an RPG.
West.
Alright guys, we've got danger close, shifting in from the southwest. I can see multiple infantry pushing the compound wall within 50 meters. Displaced position, look to engage.
Reloading.
Guys, we've got danger close, southern side, compound wall. Let's get eyes on and engage.
Rodal, displace, go south.
You guys, I got one down, one down, one down.
Ow! Jesus.
Yeah, those countermeasures hurt, right?
Yep.
Should I reinforce Alpha?
Yeah, go ahead. Head south.
There, contact close, south, 50 meters.
Applying tourniquet.
Every time he pops the countermeasures, we don't see anything.
I'm Amber, I think.
Flying Splinter, I'm patching you up. Actual Bravo, 2 times yellow.
Copy that.
I'm on it.
Close. Southwest.
Stay down, stay down, stay down.
No, take him first.
Campbell, stick with car, maintain defensive position south.
Here, reloading displacement.
RPG southwest close. Reloading.
Picking you up. I'm gonna have to take the tourniquets out of it. I'm gonna try to put them up on your back.
Talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking with you, Hunter.
Ah, alright. Thanks.
Alright, removing tourniquets.
Alpha Bravo, give me an ace when appropriate. Use the radio if you need to get those in.
Roto green. Disciple Dylan.
Alright, let me just check your vitals.
Mm-hmm.
Actual Bravo Ace, one time yellow, being treated.
Copy last Bravo. Everyone in Alpha, radio
What
over.
the hell?
Current medical condition and ammo
40 Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm good.
South, close, 50 meters.
What up?
Sorry.
Near the fire.
Thanks, Mako.
Right of the fire.
Guys, don't be afraid to use all assets that you've got. Flares, 40 mics, smokes, anything you think you can do to turn the tide. It's free for you to use them. Feel free to use them.
One times RPG between the shacks.
Going to the west. One contact.
Flare out.
Here as contact southwest, right side of the barn.
Copy last Sierra, look to engage.
Got him.
Good shot.
Southern team, look to engage as well, over.
Mako, can you take my point for 1 second? I'm gonna resupply on flares.
Yeah, go.
Here, RPG hit, immobilize.
Okay, switch.
Southwest, far, like 400.
Rodal, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna check north for a second.
Go ahead.
Because we haven't checked that in a
Sierra,
while.
look to displace the vehicle, pull it back if you can. If it's immobile, dismount and engage enemy officer, over.
We good from the north?
Here, vehicle disabled, attempting battlefield repairs, requesting smoke cover.
Squad, right in the west. The crest.
Pop smoke on Sierra's position if you can, over.
Popping smoke.
Fox?
Yeah.
West. One spot where I'm firing. Medic.
Keep going, I got you.
Here, battlefield repairs complete. Driver KIA, pulling offline.
Copy at last Sierra, keep up the good work. Do your best, over.
More contact southeast.
Got no eyes on targets.
Straight west. Reloading. 200 meters straight
Eyes on.
west. Two.
Can't hear ya. Appreciate it, thank you.
Got one.
Another 2, 3. Right at the crest.
Contacts east southeast on the hill.
Danger close. Whoa, got him. God damn, man. Medic.
Good shooting on that. Yeah, contact southeast, southeast, engaging reference tracer fire.
Stitching up myself. Whoa, scare me, man. Near the roof. Another.
Yeah, we have a tracks south.
One guy close, west of the entrance.
Fuck. You are wrecked.
I got one guy close on your left.
South on the road there is a second track.
Rodal, repeat.
Range me to that truck.
I'm running around, sorry.
I'm being suppressed.
No eyes on truck. Eyes on truck. 2 trucks.
Dismounting trucks west, close. Dismounting truck west 200. Infantry west, danger close.
Pushing Tomato, walking with it red.
Yep, go ahead. Back blast. Shit, smoke.
Mako, I need
Actual Bravo.
I'm black
west
on
got
ammo,
smoke.
black on ammo.
You have no eyes.
Copy that last Bravo, shift position. Very good.
Fox,
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm green again with ammo.
Target's moving in the open. Close in front of you.
Who the fuck threw smoke? I had him.
Lost them.
Ah,
There's one guy close.
where?
In front of us, west. Lost visual. He's down.
Weapon
Alpha
jam?
Bravo, Sierra, this is actual. Looks like enemies beginning to denounce, die down.
Flare coming up.
Engaging, stop pulling out. I believe they should be secure after that.
Wow. Don't see nothing. Fox, you good?
Yeah, all green. He's down.
Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, all green. It's Rodal next to you.
No eyes.
That's what Fox.
Resupplying on flares.
Alright, Alpha Bravo, Sierra, give us an ace report and give us a sit rep.
just follow green, yellow, 1 black casualty, 1 times green, vehicle green, and equipment green.
Shit. Northwest. Reloading.
Got him, Hunter.
You guys all green?
I'm green.
Brolo?
Alright, Alpha Bravo. Give us
Yeah, I want to shoot a AT. Damn it. All green.
Actual Bravo, all green.
Stuff Bravo. Alright, let's collapse on the courtyard area. Alpha, send it when appropriate.
Yellow on ammo, and I'm doing about yellow on medical.
What the fuck? Why can't I reload my machine gun now?
Is it jammed?
Yeah.
If it's jammed, press Shift R. Then you unjam it.
Jam failed to clear.
Again.
Yeah, Shift R again.
Jam cleared.
Now you can fire again.
Alright, Alpha
Ceasefire.
Bravo, Sierra, hold fire. Let's go ahead and collapse on the courtyard area. We'll just collapse on Atlas's position.
Everybody go back inside.
My little giggle. Easier to say just to come in here, isn't it? Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Right. Good stuff, guys. Yeah, I learned a lot from that actually. So a lot of that was trial and error. I wanted to try and figure out in a few bits and bobs and how we would really execute a kind of a defensive position like this, especially when we're split up and thin. There's a few things I'm going to take from this. But yeah, apologies for making you guys stick around a bit longer than normal. Obviously we have to wait for the server to kick over, but it gives us a good chance to get everything sorted. Hopefully from this car you should be able to, next SP should be reasonably seamless when you kind of come in. It's just make sure you got the Viralati map loaded in, and we'll hope to try and get your Acre push to talk sorted. Right, good stuff guys. Let's go ahead and take your nods off.
I put all this nice ambient red light.
Oh, we'll leave the ambient. Look at that, it's beautiful, beautiful. Cool, yeah, good work guys. I liked what I saw there. It was quite a nice one to see in Zeus, a lot of good fire going down. Yeah, effective fire from the AR. I did like a few bits that I did like seeing was the fact that if the AR was injured, his buddy was looking to keep them patched up whilst the AR still fired. Why is that important?
You need that AR.
Need that AR.
Fire as well, so you don't get overrun.
Precisely, yeah. So the ARs, any kind of automatic rifle, is the kind of one of the main force multipliers that we have, and just getting a base of fire, suppressing fire is worth its weight in gold. So doing what you can to keep that person patched up whilst they're still firing is perfect, and I'm really, really pleased to see that. So yeah, I'll say my 2 cents at the end. Realistically, we'll try and smash through this as quickly as possible. But pros and cons, guys. Anything you liked? Anything you'd like to see implemented if we did this again, or anything you'd like to see happen when we, when we come to actually do a FOB defense? We'll go ahead and start. We'll do it anti-clockwise because I'm alternative. Let's start with you, Brony.
So, like I say, I've seen a good job maybe on communication. Like we kind of fell apart on the defensive. Like yeah, the spots were coming in, but maybe as well as maybe how we were deployed on around the FOB really didn't help us to coordinate that much in defense. At least that was on my side, and might be that I was also in a house on the eastern side. Sorry, I have no idea what happened to the west. That may be another history, but I don't have knowledge of it. Except for that, what else can we see? I don't think anything else. Seen a very good job from everybody today, both in the defense and the attack phases. Really happy to what I see. Thank you to, of course, our Atlas members, other Atlas guys to be here.
Yeah.
And
round of applause for Atlas, guys. They came here out of their own time. They didn't have to, and they've been here to help us out. So round of applause, gents.
Hey.
Is anyone else slapping their bellies and holding the torpedo
Can do if
with
you
the
like.
other hand?
Yeah,
Wait, you mean you don't have a beer in your hand?
Brilliant stuff.
Middle-aged, slightly overweight guys are slapping their bellies.
Why don't we just do the
That's
traditional
incredible.
Afghan greeting or thank you?
Love it, love it. Brilliant stuff, Veroni. Yeah, you were kind of on your way, sort of airing out onto the east there, but you still kind of maintained a base of fire, did what you could from that position. Had good eyes out to the east. So, yeah, I've got that written on my kind of gripes at the end here is about kind of communication. That's something I'm going to try and iron out for next time that we do have to do something like this. But yeah, you're quite right, mate. But good stuff from yourself, especially in that attack and whatnot. So lovely. On to Fox.
First of all, note to self: don't run in your own minefield. Everything
At least
in the
you
west.
know it worked.
Yeah. Everything in the west went actually pretty smooth. The AR got focused a lot because that's the most output of fire. Geki, I would like to say try to when you pop your smoke of the striker, try and get on line with the infantry, because you hit Bravo with it and you blinded us.
Good point.
Other than that, I think everything went really good.
Yeah, you guys held that western side really, really well. Hunter was real effective with that AR this evening. Sort of his position, he dug in there nice and tight, and that was what I was saying. You were doing, you were healing, you were patching Hunter up whilst he was still like firing full cycling. It was good to watch. So yeah,
I was actually really surprised of how the IR flares worked.
Yeah, they were. Oh my god, they were.
Yeah, they were good.
Really, really good. So
yeah,
I've got that written down here. So yeah, good stuff. Brilliant. Yeah, no, good stuff from yourself to see the Fox. Communication and everything like that. I'm trying to look what I've got here. Cool, lovely. On to you, Sopel.
Yeah, I had a good time. I get to shoot the 240, so that's always a good time. EPR bullets are always fun to shoot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we in my position, Carr, obviously being the CLS, was doing the same, healing me up as I kept shooting, so that was good there as well. I think the only con that I have is I think this position was maybe too large for defense by a single squad. I think in ideally you'd have, like, a squad on each of these flanks.
Definitely.
But other than that, it was good. It was good practice. And I appreciate the tips as well, thinking about the different lines of fire.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Good work for yourself with that bad boy this evening. As I said, the ARs were on form, really kind of lighting up the enemy. So hats off to you guys. Brilliant. Campbell, on to you, mate.
Yeah, I got nothing really to add. Everybody did a good job for what they did. If you notice, I was kind of running in between the squads because Abate and Baron were holed up on the left flank, so I kind of ran in between and just asked, hey, how you guys doing? And that helped out accordingly, so I think, yeah, we did a great job on that.
Yeah, good. You're kind of coming into your own with the AT role, mate. Not only did you use a Moors early on, but you also switched to a Javelin and effectively took out a BTR. So, good stuff, mate. Really appreciate it. On to our resident DJ, Rodel.
I felt like we had a really smooth assault. We kind of jumped the gun a bit, but after that, it was devastating. Like there were 2 guys left by the time we moved up to the checkpoint. So yeah, that was really sweet. The defense went really well. I don't think we had any uncons. Did we have any uncons?
I think we had one. I think it's just Cypult that got.
I passed out. I got shot in the face twice.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
didn't
so
realize
that was
they were
good.
right outside the wall, so I got shot in the face once, stood back up to see what shot me, and then they shot me again.
Then I got shot in the face while I was fixing him.
Alright, so this is my cons, or more like apropos.
Yep.
We didn't have a breach contingency. Like, if our line was breached, we had no fallback point, we had no strategies. Like, it would have been basically a rout if if we were breached.
You're quite right, actually. I've got that. I've got something similar written on my list here. But yeah.
And there was one more thing, but I've forgotten that. So yeah.
How many beers have you had? No, I'm joking.
Didn't get to fire the AT.
3.
Yeah, you didn't get to fire the AT. No, good stuff from yourself for that train, mate. As I said, everyone that's kind of been put into new roles is really coming into their own with them. So you got the spot reps you had when we were first doing that hasty attack allowed us to really understand what was where and when and the checkpoint, and then it also allows me to then radio up to Geki, who then is able then to radio up to whoever's needed to. So that's the kind of flow of command that we're going to look to try and ascertain with the drones. So good stuff, mate. Lovely. On to you, Hunter.
Yeah, we had so many enemies. I was surprised we held out because my bunker was getting shelled over and over by RPG and 40 Mike. Thanks to Geki for the tips, and thanks to the medic for keeping me conscious, and to the Sarah big commander. Don't anger me. You were firing at me. I was about to pull my 84.
Yes, bit of blue on blue there at the beginning. But as I said, good stuff with the ARs this evening, so really appreciate it, Hunter. Maybe one day you'll get to use the MG42, but for the moment, lovely. Finish. Yeah, go with car, and then we'll go on to Atlas.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it'll be nice when all my stuff's sorted, so I just like roll right in with no issues.
Yeah.
It was fun buddying up with Cybolt because it was nice hearing that saw just open up. And then if I couldn't see what he was shooting at, I always just looked at his tracers. But it was fun fixing him up, and yeah, I did feel like we were kind of stretched thin, because they did pretty much push through like right in front of our area of fire, and it got a little bit nuts, but somehow I managed to just keep my head down and fix him up. So it was fun all together. I quite liked it.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, it's obviously it's limited what's possible with the amount of people that we have. So obviously, as I think I said at the beginning, a situation like this, we more often than not would be working alongside other squads or assets, and then from that you'd be having what Geki's kind of drawing there is you'd have kind of fields of fire or whatever designed for where you are. So you'd have one squad facing one way, one squad facing the other, and then looking to assist where needed. So I'm going to yes, before I pass it on, are you all good? Is that everything, Carl?
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Good stuff from yourself in the CLS role, helping out with Cyport. I think you actually managed to keep him alive long enough for Atlas to get there, which is exactly what your role was meant to be. So good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and hand it on to Atlas. Guys, this FAB that you've built in a short amount of time is actually spot on. It's lovely. It's really, really smart. And what I'm going to look to do, I think, is I'm going to export this file. I look to keep your FAB that you've built, so it'll be in our SPs from here on with.
I thought you were going to say in a short time it was going to get artilleried.
That as well, yes. We will be having a nuclear and missile strike right in this. No, it's all good. We'll look to probably utilise this for the next go, so we'll shift checkpoint Wolfman to here, I think. Cool. On to Atlas. Kick us off, Bonda.
I like this engagement, to be very honest. I like the scope of what you guys did here in this SP, to be very what you guys did in terms of attacking, and how you guys organized medically. I have no complaints. I only have to command Car for her doing her job. That kind of brings a tear to my eye since I'm one of the riders off the CLS course at the current one, so I'm happy to see people doing the job.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about.
Appreciate it. Well, the last time I was in 7th Cav, I was a medic, so I've been through the training for it.
Yeah, so I was looking for the training. If you don't have the training, you're definitely recommended for doing the CLS course. It is what you guys saw, what you see, but also it gives you a little bit more idea what we do in Atlas as well. But
I don't mind a refresher if you guys are ever down for doing those courses.
I'm doing at least once a month. But yeah, you guys did pretty well, very well, given the scope that you guys had to deal with and with the enemies that were coming at you. And it was good to shoot a little bit, doing some fob defense. The last time I done that was yesterday. It's quite rare for us to do that kind of stuff. So I liked it.
Good, mate. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, good stuff with setting up the FOB and responding to call-outs and, just kind of staying on top of things. It's brilliant. So I really appreciate you guys as well, giving up your free time to be here and assist with us. It's brilliant because I know Geki would agree with me on this. I'm really looking to try and build a strong bond between inter-squads and inter-assets because the better we work alongside, the better our SPs and FTXs will become. So appreciate it. On to you, Mako.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, it was a really fun mission overall. I enjoyed the fob defense. I can't take too much credit for the fob. That was pretty much Bonder. I was mostly just handing the sort of casualties that was coming in while he was sorting that. But yeah, Carr did, from what I saw, did great in terms of doing just stabilizing any casualties before I could get to them. Medic, which is great because a lot of the time when you see CLS as being performed, they mostly get pushed into a role of an AT or something. And hopefully, and Carl, you'll probably like this. Hopefully, we've currently got a request going up to S3 for Cap Medical, so CLS will, if we're lucky and we get it, CLS will actually have an actual role in terms of stabilization in the field, instead of just being a person that carries extra managers. So you'll actually have a role to do. So the CLS role will be more respected. And also, in general, it will force people to be more careful. So, not walking into minefields.
I mean, who would do that? Who would do such a thing?
I know, right? God.
That's outrageous.
I would give an Article 15 if someone ever did that.
But yeah, overall, really enjoyed it. My personal opinion of Abate is he's a great guy who does great SPs. So I always think very highly of him.
I appreciate it, mate. I appreciate it.
So yeah.
If only you knew the truth. If only. No, I'm joking. But yeah, no.
I want to say behind his back.
This AAR is not biased at all.
But yeah, I'm always happy to come and help out when I can. I mean, I'm off this week, so I could give the extra hour to come and assist. So
I appreciate it, mate.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming, mate. I appreciate it. Good stuff from yourselves. Lovely. Rodel, we'll jump to you quickly, then I'll say my 2 cents, and then we'll skip on to Geki.
Oh, Abate, one thing is this actually is going to become more... this is going to become more frequent because we're going to be appearing more on your SPs.
Oh, mate, I appreciate that, because I try to make it as realistic as possible. Obviously, most of the time I end up having to Zeus heal people to try and keep things flowing, but having you guys there and actually applying the pressure that if you get shot, you require medical attention would be, brilliant. And obviously then for you guys, it means you're actually healing real people, not AI, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Smashing. Brilliant stuff. Alright, cool. Rodel, your second point, your 2-point plan.
Right, so we briefly touched on this in the theoretical portion, which was the triangular defense. I didn't really see that. It might have been out of my eyesight, but I feel like we could have utilized more theory in this SP than we did right now. We basically just created a firing line in an L shape and just fired at everything that moved.
I'm going to get onto
that. It probably would have been more prevalent to sort of explore more of what a defense of a point is. Like, for instance, you don't need to occupy the point you're defending in order to defend it.
Exactly.
And that way you can create even better lines of fire. So it would have been maybe an opportunity to sort of extrapolate on that. But yeah, that was my point.
Yeah.
I really liked how we did it last week with the ambushes, where we had the classroom and then we put it to practical use.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
If you
that was
guys don't
really
mind
good.
it, I will obviously look to implement it more. Obviously, this evening we're a bit pushed for time and whatnot, and obviously we have seriously overran anyway. And there is little bits, really important stuff that I could explain to you. You just kind of explained one of them that I've got written down here is that you don't necessarily have to sit in what you're defending. Most exercises will look to obviously push out. Obviously, then have, as you said as well, I've got written here as a fallback point. So you look to hold a position for as long as you can, and then have a fallback position with a fire overhead as you do so. Anything you can do to keep the enemy away as far away as possible makes the most sense. And obviously, if you've got a better position that's slightly further out, it does also make sense. So, yeah, you're quite right, mate. Lovely. Is that everything, Rodel?
Yeah, that is.
Smashing. Cracking. All right, cool. Well, yeah, I learned a lot from this evening. Obviously, every SP I do, I look to try little bits out, or try something new, or try and keep learning, because there's no point getting stagnant. So, lots of things you guys did this evening were quite interesting and worked really well. Other bits that we kind of missed out on, and I think I'm going to look to maybe do a little recap before our FTX next weekend. We have a full Bravo Troop FTX next weekend, by the way, guys, which is going to be damn good fun. Geki, are you fiving for that, or are you?
For the B Trip FTX, yes. And
awesome.
the day before that, Saturday, is a Cav Scout op. It's
Cav Scout for it.
Gonna be so the 20th at 19 Zulu is gonna be a Cav Scout op. We're gonna focus entirely on route reconnaissance. So,
okay, that'll be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'll put that in the squad thread. That's fine. All right, brilliant. So some things I saw this evening, guys. So whoever it was that was doing it, I think it was brilliant. I think it worked really, really well. So there's two reasons why it's good, and I'll let you guys tell me. But someone was marking the enemy positions with flares. Who was that?
I was just throwing up infrared flares.
Throwing up infrared flares. That was brilliant. So in a situation like this where we're all seriously spread out, and not really able to communicate super effectively without using the radios, being able to understand where the enemy is by flares or IR flares, it just really helps the whole situation of understanding spot reps. So that's something I'm going to really look to try and implement for the next time this happens. What else have we got here? So yeah, I agree with everything that was said. Smooth as salt, all that pushing through, that was brilliant. Yep, there you go. That's what. Yep, that makes sense. So yeah, some bits that we yes. So communication was a bit of an issue this evening. So I think we're going to look to, if we're spread out this thinly like this, or we are split up. I think ace report wise, we're going to have to do it single man through the radio. I did say to do it at one point. I think it just got lost in the mayhem of it all. So it's a simple case of literally going through like we do a radio check and kind of just saying Fox. Green medical, green or yellow on medical, green on ammo. Push it round, and then obviously that just gives it be able to go through quickly. And it's the same for like checking everyone's still up and awake. So you kind of like Fox up, Hunter up, Rodel up, Gamble up, that kind of jazz. So we'll look to kind of work on that and get that implemented. But usually, more often than not, it won't be the case because hopefully we won't be this spread out. So one other thing. Rodel touched on it on the convoy SB last week, and that's TRPs. For a situation like this where we are kind of spread out and we need to understand where the enemy is, I think TRPs could have been really, really useful of being able to point out the enemy really, really quickly. So you could say one time scored TRP1, everyone has to glance at their map or someone tell them where they are, and then we'll be able to have a better understanding straight away. Yeah, and that kind of plays onto spot reps as well. There were a few sent in this evening. I did hear kind of a few panicked voices as well on the spot reps. Obviously try and maintain calmness, get them across concisely. I know I mumble, I know a few of us do, I know it's bad, so just try and get it along as concisely as possible, and it gives everyone else the better chance of understanding it. Don't run into minefields, I've got that underlined. And yes, a fallback point. Very, very useful. So I said about having a second line or a second wave to pull back to, which is kind of a similar situation as having something to fall back on. And we'll look to implement that. I'm going to make sure that's in the AAR so I understand it for next week. So that's my bad for not putting that in or implementing that, but that's very important. And I think one thing that I could take from this evening, it was really useful having I think Geki will agree with me, having the Sierra being used as like a gap fill-in point. So whenever the enemy begins to overwhelm a certain position, have the Sierra react accordingly and push to it. I think everyone would agree with me that was quite effective this evening and helping support, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I think that's everything from me. Oh, yes.
Okay. I got a quick point on Sierra.
Hit me.
The countermeasures actually has a very small fragmentation radius.
It does, yes.
So if you use it in the friendly line, you might actually cause a lot more harm than help with it.
Is that what happened to me?
Just a quick heads up.
Yeah. Cool. I think that's everything for me. I did look to try and keep you guys shifting, so I made it so the enemy was popping smoke in front of your positions just to see how you would react. And most of you did look to shift position or look to try and get a better firing line. You didn't just sit there and wait for the smoke to die down and the enemy to push on you. So that's really important. So I think that's everything. I will go ahead and pass it on to Sir Geki here, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about stuff from a leadership aspect, both on our FTL level and everything else. Abate brought up a good point with you guys being spread out and how important it is to maintain that your core buddy teams. But it is also important that we as the FTLs are checking in on our team members to make sure that they're doing okay. Because if we start, especially in a squad setting and defensive aspect, that radio is constantly going off with new spot reps, new contact reports, aids for assistance in different areas. So if we have an ACE report going up, our team leaders need to be on top of that to be giving those ACE reports. Ideally, we shouldn't be doing individual team members on the radio giving an ACE report for themselves. It should be those team leaders going to their troopers, figuring out what's wrong with them verbally, and then communicating over the radio with the SL, who then can bring it up to me as 5. So that's a really important aspect there. Outside of that, let's talk about final protective lines when it comes to our machine gunners, saws, etc. So I kind of drew up a bit of our outline of our walls that we had here for our compound we were defending. On top of that, I've also marked up ridge lines around us. So now we can kind of see where the enemy can see us from, the sight lines that we have to the enemy. The basic gist is this is what we call a sector sketch. So at each of your positions you're at, depending on where you're defending, you would draw your sector sketch of, hey, this is what I can see from this ridge line. I can see it to this ridge line, up to this ridge line. And then from there, you can then mark on your map your TRPs with ranges. So that's going to be very, very crucial. So me as the PL, so that Nomad as the PL, myself as the platoon sergeant, or even Abate as the squad leader can pull up their maps real quick, reference that TRP, see the distance it is from the center of the compound. It's very important with that center of the compound. So we can get stuff like IDF, CAS, etc. onto that, or move units to shift as necessary. So it's a very crucial thing there. Is a sector sketch, especially in defensive positions. Basically, you guys are going to be the eyes for the rest of the platoon to what you see out there. So let's talk about final protective lines. When we set up a machine gun, and this is kind of what we were talking about before we hopped over maps. Let's see, do I have a marker I can use for that? Sure, this marker works. Where's my dot? Where's my dot? Holy crap, there's so many new markers on here, it's insane. Okay, so this dot at the corner of this compound, there's 2 ways we can look at this, right? So, way number 1 is my dot is going to watch, my machine gunner or my saw gunner is going to watch this direction. What's wrong with my machine gunner watching that direction? Let's say he's part of this defensive line here. So, I'm on the Bravo team. My Bravo team is doing a line heavy left, so let's say, facing south, which means my machine gunner is on this side, or my saw gunner is on this side. So I set him up, and I want him to use his sector fire to this way. But what becomes the issue if the rest of this squad line starts getting overwhelmed by an enemy push from the south? What becomes the issue there?
Well, it's not effective at all, there is it?
No.
And he's
Exactly.
gonna have to overcompensate for being so far off the side of the line, and then he's gonna have to also worry about where his teammates are if they're pushed forward ahead of that tower.
So let's say we're not going to push forward ahead of this tower because this is just our squad line. This is our trench, quote unquote. Let's talk about
corner.
Let's talk about instead his final protective line or his sector fire being here. What does this open up for us?
That'll give the rest of the team time to regroup because it'll suppress any of those enemy forces pushing up, but it also kind of helps them not flank around that left side.
Yep. And then let's say we're communicating with our alpha team, and our alpha team sets up another machine gunner on the opposite side of the line, right? So now his final protective line or field of observation is going to be something like this, right? What do we have there now?
Well, now they're overlapping their base of fire, and now they're definitely eliminating any enemies flanking around behind everybody, and then they're getting everybody else that cover and concealment that they need.
Correct. Yes, so it's enfilading fire. So if an enemy force is pushing through here, this is their intent, even if they had an SBF element up on this hill here, these machine gunners can still do, or saw gunners can still do a good job of providing an overlapping field of fire. Literally, as mentioned, a wall of lead. That is their intent there. So when that squad leader calls on the radio, hey, final protective line. So your final protective line for your machine guns are set up. Your riflemen and grenadiers are still engaging outside of that line, further down into where this actual engagement area is. Any enemy force that attempts to push through this terrain is going to be met with that wall of lead that they literally have to walk through, because your machine guns should be constantly engaging. Now, the thing with the machine guns that I want to bring up as well, the reason we have our buddy teams, the FTL and the AR, and then the Grenadier and the Rifleman, we can link belts. So as long as the FTL has the same belt that the AR is still using, he can link his belt to make sure he never runs out of ammo. It's not as crucial to do with the saws as it is the 240. So if we're ever running a 240, we want to make sure that we are utilizing that to our best abilities. Making sure that 240 is going to have the ability to constantly be firing, and he should not ever have to reload. So always make sure we're running those machine gunner teams. So the 240 is a 240 Bravo gunner and then an assistant gunner, which does mean you are losing your standard rifleman to be feeding that 240. Which is why it's we're kind of restricting that down to the weapon squad. The weapon squad will use that 240 because they have the platforms available to that, and that frees you up as a rifle squad to be more maneuverable and malleable. So, speaking of 240 usage, I know we put Sipalt in this tower here with the 240, right? So Sipalt's field of fire was this. What's now? Let's say Sipalt had a saw instead. What's the effective range of a 240? Anyone?
6 to 800.
Yep, 6 to 800 meters. So, with Sipalt being here and in his sector sketch, he can really only see to about here-ish. So, with all these ridge lines and everything, he's only got about 150 meters of play to work with. Where instead would a better position be to put our 240?
To the bunker.
Yep, our bunker position's here. So our bunker position, actually, right here on this corner would be perfect. So we put him on this corner, and we say his observations and field of fire is going to be something like this. Now he's extending out that range a lot farther. He's able to utilize the 240 to punch through all these trees. Hell, if we actually put him on the northwestern quadrant, here's his field of fire he has then, right? Much more open ground. His 7.62 rounds will be able to deal a lot more impactful damage to enemy vehicles than the saw rounds will be able to do. So we are really maximizing the capabilities of those weapon systems. So that's something we need to think about at the FTL level and at the squad leader level as we're doing that. This is something for everybody. So to think about that. But outside of that, I mean, you guys did a great job with your initial defenses. Just make sure that we're planning out those sector sketches, especially since we pride ourselves in our ability to conduct reconnaissance, right? And with that reconnaissance comes the ability to map out on the map precisely enemy positions or terrain features, stuff like that. So we want to be able to do that to a very good ability. And sector sketching is very important for that. So our drone operator, number one, should be able to contact those spot reps as quickly as possible. We utilize our thermal capabilities on our Javelin systems or our MX-2As that we carry as Cav Scouts. It's going to be standard in our loadouts. MX-2A binoculars, it's like a 4 times thing with FLIR capabilities. You'll have those capabilities as well to help you see better without night vision, actually to help supplement your night vision. So you have all this stuff that we can use to see stuff. Yeah.
The thermal binoculars aren't all that great in dark environments.
So what they're going to do is they're going to provide you that heat spot that you can see, and then you can then swap to your night vision to confirm what you're looking at. So that's kind of how you want to utilize those systems together. Outside of that, though, it's all just a matter of making sure that we are marking up what we see on the map, and we're confirming what we see on the map with what's in front of us. So big thing of recon and the Cav Scout mentality, and what we want is we want to confirm what we already know and then learn about new stuff to then confirm about that as well. So confirm what we already know. We already know that there's a little bit of a hill on this side. There's a little bit of a hill on this side. So when we get to our defensive positions, we want to confirm what we can actually see and then draw that on the map so our platoon staff and other elements know what we're seeing and know where our blind spots are. So very crucial for that aspect too. And then our drone operator should be there calling out those spot reps, marking them on the map. I know Nobed wants you guys on the Blue Force tracker. I prefer the map because it shows up on the Blue Force tracker anyway. And with it on the map, everyone can see it. So marking up on the map ASAP, down to team levels compositions. So team and then squad level compositions is what we want from the squads. And then as you go higher up, you can mark them as bigger. But remember, we want to win that 3-to-1 odd, or at least 2-to-1 odd here in Arma. So if you go up against a fire team as a squad, you should be able to win that fight. So even if it's a platoon-sized force, if we can narrow it down to where individual teams are located, it allows us to send squads out to pick at those defenses and outmatch and overmatch their capabilities. So that's kind of what we're going for there. But yeah, as far as I'm going off topic and rambling now. But as far as defensive stuff goes, sector sketches are really important. So take a look at your defensive position, where you're at, what you can see, mark up where you can see the ridge lines, so everyone kind of knows where the crest line is with distances and everything like that. It's very, very crucial because it really allows a large expansion on your capability and the capabilities of the platoon. Because if we have mortars, let's say we want Viking 4 doing mortars. Viking 4 can then range those mortars exactly where we need them to for any of these hot spots, like for instance this hill in the southeast part of this. It's very crucial for that. So yeah, that's my huge rambling speech there from leadership side of things. So hopefully that leaves you guys all with a little bit of knowledge that we can all expand on. And yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome stuff. I never thought I'd met someone that can waffle as much as I do, and I'm glad there is someone else in there that does. So, yeah, mate, that's really informative stuff. So, lots of things you've touched on there. Obviously, we would do definitely normally. Obviously, this evening we're a small unit in a small area, and we're a bit pushed for time. So, Rodel did actually come up to me and say, "Do you want me to mark the map?" And I said, "No, just so he could stay with his fire team and keep pushing on." But more often than not, we would most likely be doing that, especially when we're obviously doing a hasty attack like we just did, and also defense-wise. Yeah, I kind of left it up to you. So, Geki, you touched on some stuff that's really useful there. I left it up to you guys to pick your own positions. If you were to do this again, do you think you guys would change it up a little bit? Do you think you guys would pick a better place, or do you think you'd work differently from stuff you've just heard?
So a big thing to keep in mind, guys, especially our team leaders, just because you can see everything doesn't necessarily mean it's a good position, right? Especially those bunker positions that we're looking out west. Just because you can see all of that, how much of that can shoot back at you? Remember, how many people do you have? So that's where you got to kind of look at limiting your fields of observation to combine them with your fields of fire. So our fields of fire are going to be a little more narrower than our fields of observation, right? We want those two to match up, especially in defensive scenarios, because just because we can see something, if it can see us and it can outrange us, it's going to overmatch us in our capability. So that's a very crucial thing there to keep in mind. And that's the big thing of why we're always like, don't stay the hell off of rooftops, right? Because just you can see everything, but everything can also see you, and you're only one guy on a rooftop now, right? So that's kind of the concept we want to work off of, and make sure that as team leaders, when we in place our guys, we're aware of what can shoot back at us, not necessarily just what we can see.
That was one thing that Carr was doing really well as well tonight. She was, instead of standing up in the window of the tower, she was standing back so she could shoot at targets, and the only thing that could shoot back at her is what she was shooting at.
Right, he was doing the same actually. Yeah, positioning. It was all about positioning.
Keyhole fighting position. Yes, theory.
I think for me the only thing was just a bit more people is all. Because they got kind of, I mean, I don't know how our bunker didn't get blown to bits, or at least the rounds didn't land in it. But
it's because I built it.
Build quality.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
the house next to us fell over, but the
yeah, I think a few more people. But you know, Cybolt did a pretty good job. He covered my ass, and then I just kept putting band-aids on him, so it was all good.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we should be doing. So good stuff. Yeah, I think Geki's glossed on things there that kind of we will look to expand upon. Obviously thin on the ground, the numbers spread out quite a lot. It's obviously difficult to put yourself in positions where you can execute certain parts of sort of oh god, I'm waffling myself now. Overwhelming fire and everything like that. So Brazilian building technology, love it.
Hey man, we built favelas, so we kind of know how to build up some other shit.
Love
Brazilian building
So-
technique. Is it shaved?
Just the big line down the middle.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put most of this important stuff in the AAR, guys. And I think for the next FOB, I'm gonna guess going by this training plan, Geki, is there gonna be some sort of fob defense in next weekend's FDX or?
I don't know. No, it's a company situational breach is what we're doing. So I'll have some documentation I can pass down to leadership, so
Please
they
do.
can kind of see what a company what a situational breach is. Usually it's a battalion level thing that's done, but we're gonna try to do it at company level. See how it works.
Okay, yeah, I like that. You know, teething problems. What could go wrong? Love it. Okay, great. Yeah, that'd be cool. Send it. Yeah, by all means, please do, and then I can pass it on beforehand. So, brilliant stuff. Yeah, guys. Yeah, little bits to work on, but I think apart from that, execution and kind of engaging the enemy wise, yeah, you guys were brilliant this evening. I think everyone on the point with engaging and neutralising the enemy. ARs, you guys were on point as well, so I'm real happy with you guys. And yeah, I think that's it. I think again, I think there's going to be I think there's about 3 people that are going to be needing makeup. So again, I think there's going to be a big show of force at Warfare Wednesday, guys. So if you are available to attend that, please do. There'll be a lot of us there by the looks of things. They better be, otherwise they're about to get a big slap across the face from me because you can't take 2 OLOAs in a row. But we'll go from there. Obviously, we've got Mechanized Monday tomorrow as well. So yeah, guys, go forth, have a good week, and I'll probably catch up with you guys during it. I myself are going to go make a cup of tea and switch off for a moment, but I might jump on TAC 2 in a little while if anyone fancies it. But yeah, you guys are free to disappear. Good stuff.
Can I shoot my 240 some more?
Later on, fellas.
Yeah, see you later, Campbell. Rodal, mate, catch you later. Bonda, cheers for coming, man. Whew. Need a drink after that.
For anyone that's interested, here's situational breach from Op4 perspective. I'll think that in TeamSpeak.
Go for it.
Yep.
Okay. Good night. Yeah.
Yeah, see you later, Brony, mate. Have a good week. Everyone else, catch you in a little bit. I'll have a look at it in TeamSpeak now.